Good morning, everyone. It's the Art of Warlord, and today I'm doing something new. I'm gonna start off this series. Sorry, my dog's right here. Alice, Alice, get the ball. Give it. Give. Hand. Thank you. It's going. Yep, it's going in there. Okay. Back to what I'm doing. Okay. Doing this new type of series, which some of you may or may not be interested in. The first day, I'm going to go through my wizard's loadouts, pretty much. I'm not going to go through these two right here, my death and my fire, because they're not really done yet. You might be like, oh, but she has on Hades gear. No, she doesn't. She's level 52. That's stitched. But I'm going to go through their loadouts today, so you guys can get a feel for what I go for with wizards, which is pretty much what everyone goes for. And then for the next few videos, if you're interested, even write in the comments. I'm going to do them anyway, but write in the comments if you're still interested even after I tell you. I'm going to do my wizard origin story, because one thing that I like about the Wizard101 fandom, especially on Tumblr, is people love to hear your wizard's backstories and kind of what they mean to you, and how everything kind of works in your mind for your wizards. So let me do a little bit of a rundown for that. I'm going to start off with my newest to my oldest backstories that I've created for my wizards. So I'll start off with my fire, Coil, because he's my newest. He has not the biggest backstory, but he has quite a bit of a backstory. Then I'll switch over to Rogan. I might do Brecken. There's still like a maybe on Brecken, but I'm gonna do Rogan for sure. Then I'll switch over to Valerian, and then finally I'll do Mortar. If you're interested in that, just go into the comments. If you're not, then I guess you don't have to watch those videos. But they will be called. It will be called the Wizard Origins. That's what the name of the series will be. Wizard's Origins. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first off is Mortar. He's my first myth wizard that I ever made. He goes for like all. I try to make sure that all my wizards have equal amounts of stats everywhere, but you can't do that with every single wizard. But with myth, you can do that really easily. So let's look at our loadout here. I farmed and farmed and farmed for the Crocopatra Wonderfez. I had the level 60 Waterworks gear until I went through Darkmoor. That's how long it took for me to get anything good. So whenever I saw that pretty much the new Waterworks gear was out in Darkmoor, I went for it. Well, I tried to. So many times. All I ever got was the boots. If you ever watched back in the day Weister's stream, where we streamed literally, it was last summer, we streamed literally every night, almost, trying to get Darkmoor gear. We would have 4 to 5 hour streams, doing 2 to 3 runs, trying to get the Darkmoor gear. Never could. So then they released these the one-shot dungeons where they had the Crocopatra Wonderfez and the Rattlebones robe. It's easier drops, less battle. I recommend it more. But God, it did not want to drop the Crocopatra Wonderfez for me. But once it did, I was so happy. I think it was about 60-something runs or 50-something runs that I went through the Crocopatra thing. I even put out advertisements on Tumblr asking if people had Crocopatra Exalted Duel drops, if they would be willing to invite me to go in and fight with them. Finally, I got it. I was so excited. I got mad so many times because my friends would get the Crocopatra drop like 6 times and I wouldn't get it even one. So I finally got it, and I stitched it to my favorite hairstyle. I think it's the Marlet, I think. Either way, steampunk goggles all the way. I love these steampunk goggles as well. So I'll also explain why I like the hairstyle with this. This was one of the very first hairstyles that ever came out with Wizard101 crown chop hairstyles. And it was these steampunk goggles. Whoever came up with the idea, I love you. The fact that I can actually steampunk out my wizard with goggles on his forehead, it just makes my day. I wish that there was more hairstyles like this. I also wish that there was a female version like this. Besides, females get the bow in their hair. But why can't they get goggles too? So yeah, that's the reason why my wizard has this hairstyle and these stats. Next is the Bone Smasher Robe of Dreams. I didn't have that big of a deal getting this robe. Took about 2 or 3 tries. So you see, higher drop rate than Malister's robe. I like the stats better because I think there's something in here that gives it like, you do a trade-off with the Malister's robe compared to this Rattlebone's robe. There's like a slight difference. I don't remember what it is, but I liked this one better anyway, and it was a better drop rate. Here, my friend Alex has it. He got the Malister robe before I did. Kandavasi. Was it the damage trade-off? Yeah, the damage trade-off for... it wasn't even critical. Like, there more damage, more critical. Less power pip chance, but I think I already have 100% power pip chance, so I'm not too worried about that. Same amount of shadow pip chance. How much health? More health. See, there's just more benefits with it. Yes, it might be small, but that's sometimes what makes the battle, makes or breaks the battle, is just the small things like that. I prefer the Bone Smasher's Robe of Dreams over Malister. For 2 reasons. 1, it's easier to get. 2, there's less battles to fight. Next, I have the Kandavasi's Victor's Greaves. Like I said, this was the only thing that ever dropped for me at Darkmoor. After all of our runs, we went for about, I think, 2 or 3 weeks straight of streaming 3 to 4 days a week for 5 to 6 hours, doing Darkmoor runs about 2 or 3 times. We got a really good system going after a while. Some people would get their drops. Alex and I would not. So, there's that bit of the story. The other bit of the story is I just really like these boots. I thought these boots really made this outfit work out for me. And I kept them. I like the style of it. They look very cut and clean. And I think they just fit very well. They're not super thin where they would look weird with these pants, but they are really big, but not too big, in my opinion. Some of you might be like, well, look at the back of the shoe, they're giants. And I'm like, oh well, I like them. Next is the Eye of the Soothsayer, and its stats. I forgot to show the stats on this one. There's the stats. Next, the stats of the Eye of the Soothsayer. The Eye of the Soothsayer was the most popular wand back whenever the Terror's Horde pack first came out. Everyone wanted to get it. I wanted to get it. And, well, the thing is back in that time, which doesn't even seem like that long ago now, but maybe it was, I don't remember. I watched a lot of Earned Crowns videos. I just had this bit where I was very okay with watching the Earned Crowns videos. I just did it because this was also around the time that I was trying to get the Crocopatra hat. And I spent all my crowns on the Crocopatra duel. And I spent all my earned crowns on the Eye of the Soothsayer packs, like the Terror's Horde packs. And everyone's in it for like, they're like, I just want the wand. And same here, I just wanted the wand. So I feel like I'm a generous person sometimes. I'll gift for my friends, like my close friends, every once in a while if I have some extra just lying around, some extra crowns. And what I did was, I have this philosophy that if you're good to a person, they'll be kind back to you as well. And so far that's reigned true. I actually got gifted by Roslyn and Alex and Maddie. For some of you don't know Maddie. Just every once in a while, whenever they would feel sorry for me or something. I don't know. I don't know why they gifted me. Maybe because we're just friends. But my Eye of the Soothsayer wand was gifted to me by Alex. We are like myth buddies. And I finally got it, and I was just amazed. Because what happened was I opened up the pack, and I'm like, okay, so he gifted me 2 packs. I'm like, I got the mount. And he's like, okay. And then I opened up the second one. I'm like, I finally got it! I got the Eye of the Soothsayer! And we were both like, thank God! And, yeah. Okay, now for my wand. My staff. My staff of stasis, or stasis, or I don't even know. This wand has been with me for a very long time. I think it's been with me since level 70. I finally decided I wanted it whenever this hairstyle came out. I was like, I actually want to make a steampunk wizard. Let's do this. So, at first I wore the hat with the goggles, the adventurer's robe, from Marleybone, and the Swift something boots, the Crown Shop ones that aren't, they're plus 4% speed. I wore those and stitched them to my Trixie gear, and I didn't actually craft this wand. What I did was, I was at the bazaar, and I just kept on refreshing the page because I noticed there was a lot of people crafting wands at the time, and then they were selling them. And I kept on finding crafted wands in the Crown Shop. And so I farmed and sniped in the bazaar for a couple weeks, and finally I found it. I found the staff just waiting for me. And I was so excited. I bought it, and then I stitched it. That's the story behind this wand. I worked. People would be like, well, you didn't work for that wand. How's it so great? Well, I pretty much waited for it to for me to find it, or it to find me. One of the two. And I was excited when I got it, and I'm excited now, and I don't think I'll ever trade out this wand for any other wand, because it just looks so good, in my opinion. See, if I don't say in my opinion, someone's gonna be like, psh, that's not the most amazing wand. Okay, next, Thames. Dirk of the Dimwood Vale. As you can see, I have all my sockets unlocked. I have the great honor of having one of the triangle slots for plus 2% shadow pips. I was super excited whenever I got that as a drop from, I think, either Polaris or Darkmoor. I don't remember. And then I really wanted piercing, so I just did the easy thing because I farmed for a long time in the Crescent Beach for some Myth Pierce jewels. Didn't get any. I just went for the easy route with the Crown Shop. Bought a couple Myth packs, and I actually got the plus 6% jewels for Pierce. And I bought 2 or 3 packs and got the amount that I needed for my gear. Okay, so that's why I have the Pierce ones, the 2 Pierce ones. Everyone likes Pierce. And then I just got the highest socket that I could get for health. And then I went for the Dirk of the Dimwood Veil because that 16% damage overall, and it's myth only. And then the rest of the stats looked really good. So that's why I got that. I also got it as a drop in Darkmoor, so that was just lucky, I guess. The Universal Memento. A lot of people have stuff to say versus what's the best amulet. Alex says that it's Morgant's. I say it's this one. Because 4% resistance, the 4% pierce, the 35% crit. He has the... Let's see. He has the Morgant's one, if you guys want to see the stats compared. Okay. The Relic of the Shadow Palace. Okay. Plus... Hold on, I need to get a drink. As you can see, mine gives me 5 more health, 2 more pierce, 5% more critical, and 1% more resistance. I'm not too worried about the 40 block. Some of you might be like, well, that's very crucial sometimes in battle. Could be. I'm not too worried. I usually block anyway. That might change here soon, once a new world comes out. He went for... I think that was one of his only good jewels for that slot. I don't remember why he has that in it. But the reason why I have mine is because stun resistance. I would love to have 5% stun resist jewels in these to have 10% stun resist. Just because that is a fairly new concept of the fact you could actually have some stun resist in your gear. And if I have a Frost Giant cast against me, I would love to be able to just not worry about the fact that it stuns when I don't want to skip around. Especially in PvP, if I'm in like a tournament. Okay, so as you can see, I have the crit in my little, I'm trying to think what this is called, like list, backpack list right here. I have the crit rings. I don't ever use them. What I go for is the Alpha and Omega ring. Everyone goes for the Alpha and Omega ring. It's really hard to get now, it seems, but hopefully you were like me and got it whenever it first came out. As you can see, it has 370 health, 135 mana, or mana, however you want to say it. I say mana. 14% power pip chance, 30%, not 30%, 30 critical block rating, and plus 10% to my damage. Plus it has some incoming healing. I put on my Pierce Jewel, as you can see, 6%, and I need to put on a new health socket jewel type thing. Okay, now for my pet. Normally, for the longest time, I had this pet named Moose that was a frog. He was awesome. He gave me double resistance, triple healing. I loved him to death, but the issue is I met Alex, and Alex and I kind of had a competition on who could get the most damage. So I ended up hatching, and I actually got a pretty good pet. A lot of you might be saying, well, yes, beast pets are good pets. And you would be right, they are. They're used all the time. I wish that that wasn't the case. I wish that other pets would get as good of a stats as the beast pets do. But they don't. That's why I have this pet. My Ultra Beast pet named Lord Lucky. He earned that name. He gives me the triple damage that I want, a resist. If that 28 critical rating was another resist, he would be the perfect pet for me. But he's not. If I have double resist, and I had the perfect pet in my opinion, would be double resist, have that 6% myth damage, have that 6% regular damage, like overall damage. May cast fairy. that would be my perfect. Plus, giving it that star socket down at the bottom that gives the plus 9%. I would love that pet. I would love it so much. Yeah. I don't see how I can part with this beast pet because it has such good stats. I want to go back to my frog pet, but it just doesn't have the right stats for me. Like, aesthetically, I like my frog. But in my mind, I have to go with this because it has the good stats. Next. I love my Digamore Pogo Stick mount. I love it so much. I crafted it back in the day. It was not a drop. I think you can actually get them as drops, but I crafted it. I went through blood, sweat, and tears trying to craft this thing. I went through so many rounds of waterworks trying to get silver trumpet vines. And I got most of them, and then I kind of just said, just screw it. I'm gonna go into the crown shop and buy the last 2 because I've already been through 5 of these waterworks runs after I got the amount that, like 2 more from it, from the amount that I needed. And I didn't want to go through another 5 more trying to get it and still not have any of the drops. So I just bought 2, crafted it, and I love it. Ever since, okay, I crafted this about a week after it came out, and then I had it all the way up until this new not that one. This new Midnight Rider mount came out. I love the Midnight Rider mount, but after riding it for a while, I don't think that I could just love it as much as I do my Digamore Pogo Stick. I love the Midnight Rider, but I love the Digamore Pogo Stick more. It's small, in my opinion. It's very like aesthetically pleasing to my steampunk mind due to the fact of just look at it, like the gears moving, the fact that they added like a little mirror on it. It works for me and I love it. But then there's the Midnight Rider, and the Midnight Rider is beautiful. So beautiful, but it's not as steampunk as the Digamore Pogo Stick, so I think I'm gonna stick to Digamore Pogo Stick more than 60 to 75% of the time compared to the Midnight Rider. See, this one's not as gaudy as well. Like, this one is very like poof 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 smokes. And this one over here is just like boing, 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 boing. Yeah. That's just an opinion on the matter for myself aesthetically. Yes, this one goes 40, this one goes 50, but 10% difference doesn't make that much of a difference to me. Last is my card deck for this. I have the... That's not right. There you go. I was like, that doesn't look like the stats, because it wasn't. That's my anti-team deck. That doesn't do anything. This one's just... So I have this one, which is basically... It was the spam deck for Darkmoor for the longest time. Sorry. I just thought it has a funny name. That's why I named it that. And then I have a farming card deck that I use it because of that extra pip at the beginning of battle. And I just, if I get a shadow pip, I play Mystic Colossus. If not, I just play a frog. A couple of frogs. Yeah, I don't ever use those. The most I use are these 2. And my main card deck, Rasputin's Hypnotic Hand. I didn't get it first shot, so I went into the second chance chest and just opened up a couple and got it. So I was happy. As you can see, it does 40 crit, myth crit, 40 block overall, 57 health, and a pip at the beginning of the battle. I think it's one of the best card decks in game right now. A lot of people feel that way, but there's also 2 of them that have pretty much the exact same stats. I think there's a different, I'm trying to think what it's called, socket in it, like shape socket. Let's see. he has... Oh, wait. Right here. Yeah. You can also get the Horizon Hold Card of Intent, which just has a tear-shaped socket instead of triangle one. But I like the triangle one better, especially since my accuracy isn't the best. So... Oh, also, if you do get the triangle one and you have another plus 2% Shadow Pip jewel, you could put it in your card deck. So once I get one of those, whoa. So once I get one of those, I could do that. But right now I'm just doing the 10% accuracy because if you look at my stats, my accuracy is not that great without it. My accuracy right now is 30%, and I really like it that way. Because if I didn't, I have a bigger chance of fizzling, because if you look at a lot of the cards for Myth, well, this one's 80, but this one's 76, and I could fizzle on that, so having that makes it better. Same with the, which is House Skull. I don't have that much of a variety in this card deck. I just like Ninja Pigs a lot, so. My damage is 117. Resistance 47. If I had that double resist, it'd be up higher, and that's what I wanted to go for. But I couldn't with the pet that I do have, so sad face for that. I'd be okay with giving up just a little bit of damage for that Maycast Fairy in some cases. I would rather have two pets that one of them just has... If I had to, I would choose a pet where it has Maycast Fairy and then has all the rest of the stats down there, except for Maycast Fairy, then it's double resistance, 6%, 6%, and then the socket where I can put 9%. That's what I would like. And then I would like another one that has double resist, all the other stats I have, plus that one at the bottom. So technically I would like two pets that do that. Right here is my critical chance. I only have a 41% chance of criticaling. I have a 35% chance of blocking. But if you think about it, that doesn't exactly matter in a sense, because they go by a coin flip system. So it's flip a coin, will you critical? There you go, you critical. Flip a coin, will you block? You're gonna block, because you got heads and they got tails. Armor piercing 29, 11 for everything else, 100% shadow pip, not shadow pip, 100% power pip chance, 7% shadow pip chance, 32 in healing, 6% stun resistance. 5,423 health, 537 mana, and I'm at max experience with 13 training points waiting. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully you like my stats for my myth. I'll continue this on to my next wizard next time. Thank you. Bye. Hey everyone, it's the Art of Warlord here, and the not the 5 boxes event. The Lost Pages event is actually in the spiral right now, so this will be fun. I don't actually think